keep pressure flaking this thing. And all we're doing is looking for areas of thickness inside the rock, and we're trying to set up a low edge at that point and press in and drive a flake through that area of thickness and remove some of that rock so that we're thinning it. It's already thin enough to be an arrowhead. There's some of the flakes that we're knocking off. Get back, Zobel. Get back. You want to get a rock in your eye. Get back. Try this indirect tool. Yeah, it worked a lot better. There's the flake. You know, part of it's just paying attention to what the rock likes. Usually this material pressure flakes really easily, and don't have any problems with it. But this particular piece didn't get cooked good enough or something. It is hard. It seems to be responding pretty well to the direct percussion or indirect percussion. A lot more powerful than just pressure flaking. Again, I'm going to try to keep pink on the tip and pink on the base. Sometimes when you're working these rocks, you'll run into little shells or fossils. That'll be really difficult to flake through, or little pockets of crystal and stuff. And your flakes will hang up and they won't pass through that area. It's a different consistency or different type material. It'll be a real hang up in some of these rocks. Crushed it. I drove all the way across. It drove all the way across the piece. That's what I want. There's one little island of material in there. It looks like a fossil or something embedded in the rock, and the flakes are hitting it, going all around it. They're not going through it. To be able to thin the rock, you have to go at least halfway across it. All right, let's see if I can take a few more flakes. shaped like a shark fin now. So I keep pushing this edge over and bringing this other edge around. Start trying to build a triangle. And just working down the edge of that rock in series. Right up in here is that little hard spot I was telling you about that it didn't want to come off. We're going to ask it real nicely. And then we're going to knock the snot out of it. I got about one shot at getting that hump out. Problem is, it's a real good shot at blowing the tip off too. We may lose it right here. There's the hump. That's the little piece that was giving me all kinds of problems. Now we got it leveled out real nice and smooth. As you saw when we did that, we took our time and spent a lot more time setting that edge up to strike. I got the thickness where I want it. There's a couple little screwy places on the edge. We're gonna get rid of them. More triangle shaped. Gotta start being pretty careful at this stage of the game. You put out here in the middle and pull down, and you're bridging that thin point, and you can break them pretty easy. Getting that edge ground down. always want to be mindful where your center line is. You don't want to try to keep things leveled out and in the middle. You always want to work below the center line. If you're not watching what you do, you'll bevel one side real low and the other side will be real high. And there were some real points that were like that. But I like to try to keep everything symmetrical, unless I'm trying to make one of those specific point styles. So we're still leaned back, but I can take that rock and bend it down, and then I can bring this corner up. You can bring this corner up here and lose a little bit off the base. That'll help flatten it out some. Start getting into some really small tools. Kids haven't hauled them off. Start getting into some really fine tip tools now. Gradually working down that edge. See how I got everything nice and straight now? That's what I've been doing with all that pressure flaking. Trying to get it into a leafy, triangular type shape. This is kind of the tedious part.